right. Remember, if you like the videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, support the channel if you can. I appreciate it. Thanks. Super chat, super PayPal, whatever. Super like PayPal, whatever. If you want to help the channel, I appreciate it. Thanks. I saw a post that is so very stupid. And this video is going to be talking about politics kind of in the fighting game community as well. And how I've always said that the reason that there is so much hate in the video game community and the fighting game community is because it is so diverse. It's not the problem that the community is not diverse enough, okay? We got Dream Big here, the rough prophet. I'm going to be honest, instead of this virtue signaling, you could probably stand to lose a few pounds. Work on being a better person. Fighting game competitor, streamer, content creator, manga and anime enthusiast, a free agent. You know, I cringe so much when I see people talk about they're a free agent. Please hire me. Let me virtual signal. The FGC needs to come together to make sure that the C truly stands for community. We should be a safe space for all minorities, including the women in the LGTQ. We cannot maintain a space based on interpersonal relations if those around us do not feel safe. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. The reason that there is so much hate in the fighting game community is because it's diverse. I said, I don't even know. Do you think this guy was even going? I mean, he looks pretty young. Then again, you know, sometimes, you know, depending on how much sleep I get, people are surprised to find out that I was alive during those days. But was this guy even around during the Street Fighter 2 days going to arcades, dude? I said one of the first things that I realized when I started going to tournaments is I saw that cliche idea of a nerd, the fat dude or the dude with pimples, glasses, the nerd, whatever. I saw that what society wanted to tell me was the best kind of nerd was not actually the best person in video games. And I saw a bunch of black dudes beating these nerds, right? I realized that it was a lie, right? And then, of course, you go deeper and you find out that, a lot of these black dudes, they just didn't want to be involved in drugs and everything like that. They didn't want to get involved in gangs. So they would hide. They would go to the arcades, you know what I mean? Although I guess you could say you would hide from drugs and gang. I mean, why wouldn't you? Why would you want to be a part of that sort of violence, right? I mean, that's, I guess you could say hide, you know, but, and they actually got good at games. You know, I don't understand what is this idea that the community is not inclusive to people, right? There was always gay members of the community. People, again, used to think that I was gay because I had so many gay friends. I used to house LGBTQ members, okay? Remember? There was always girls going to tournaments. Not a lot, you know what I mean? But why would you expect there to be a lot of girls at a fighting game competition? I don't think that's strange to think that there was, you know, there's not a ton of girls there, but, you know, there's always black people, you know, there's always every kind of race, right? The problem is, and of course, I can't talk about making LGTB, whatever the fuck you even are talking about, you want to make you feel safe. How about making me feel safe? How about making the cisgender sounds stupid even feel safe? It's no surprise that despite the LGBTQ constantly acting like they're being held down, that they talk like they are in danger when we have seen how often the LGBTQ, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves now, talks about killing people. I mean, we've seen it with Vicky, all these other LGBT talking about killing technicals. We know how many LGBTQ people have talked about killing me, having me killed. Oh my God, pray to God that someone finally kills Clayton. I hope he dies. I mean, look at the stuff that the LGBT, whatever, these fucking overly radical 2XKO, whatever chromosome they are now, people identify as, right? The problem is you are giving the power in the community to these evil people who actually, ironically enough, coincidentally enough, tend to be LGBTQ people. And you want them to feel more safe? Seriously, I want you to think about this. Imagine if I said any of the crazy shit that the LGBTQ does to me. Talks about killing me, wishing death on me. Post pictures of me on a respirator, how funny it is, hopefully I die. Joke about how I was left for dead at a tournament. Can you imagine if someone else joked about killing I'm going to go to a tournament and kill this LGBTQ person, whatever? Can you imagine if they said that? But no, they can talk about that all the time because they're LGBTQ. It's okay. And you want to fucking protect them? They already have too much power. It's crazy. And again, I've said this so many times before. It's because the community is so diverse that there's so much hate. Look at my story. Again, I'm surprised that I've done as much as I've done in games. I was surprised that I was able to win tournaments. I feel lucky that I was able to do it, right? But do I look like someone that was able to do it? Do I look like a cliche nerd, you know? I mean, look at me. And I was doing it. Well, I didn't even know how much longer I'm going to be alive. Still to this day, no one has ever done what I've done in tech for fucking fighting games. And probably no one ever will in the history of fighting. Probably no one will ever catch up to me what I've done for tech-wise. And I still have done it. It's comical how bad I beat everybody tech-wise, right? You know, it's funny. I actually think sometimes, and again, it's funny, I'm packing to go on a trip soon, and I'm trying to fit in some more physical therapy before I go because I've just been in so much pain. I got this like nerve damage going down my neck to my arm and everything like that. And, you know, I've had surgery on my hands, and I've always said that, you got to remember, I was still winning tournaments, right? While on disability. And I was still winning tournaments when I left, right? I just couldn't do it with the health. And I was like, why would I keep entering tournaments with my health the way it is? And sometimes I do think when I see shit like this, I think, man, if maybe if I wasn't in so much pain and I could actually like practice, you know, again. And because I say that is again, and even though, you know, again, throughout the years I have randomly signed online and I've still won whenever I've played, you know, I don't know how, I've still won, but lucky, I'm just lucky like that, I guess, right? That's not saying I would still win, but sometimes I feel like I wonder if one of the last good things I could do for the fighting game community, if my health was not as bad as it was and I could actually use my hands, you know, more to actually practice a little bit and I could go to the fucking community, right? I could start winning all these tournaments again, right? And just like fucking, sometimes I wonder if actually the problem is that Sonic Fox, this isn't saying that Sonic Fox is not a good player. Obviously he is quite accomplished in what he's done, but he had that stupid thing where he was like, and I'm gay, whatever, as if him being gay is more important than his accomplishments in games. I don't think so. But sometimes I wonder if I ever could have been one of those people that could have practiced like that. Because again, even when I was winning, I was not practicing. And maybe I could come back to the community. I could win these tournaments and I could be like, any little bit of notoriety I get competitively again, I would always be like, and I'm not an LGBTQ fucking cocksucker. And I would tell everybody, what don't your gender doesn't matter for video games. Stop believing this lie. Your gender has nothing to do with skill. This is a fucking lie. They just want to fucking nut. He's a free agent. I guess he's going to try to get hired by somebody promoting this overly radical LGBTQ fucking propaganda. Right? You know, again, there's nothing wrong with being gay, bisexual, transgender, whatever. But once you start fucking these people that just like non-binary, I'm a boy 1 minute, I'm a girl the next minute, oh, I'm a frog, this kind of shit, you shouldn't, your brain needs to be checked. And your brain needs to be checked if you're talking about protecting a community that constantly has talked about killing other people at tournaments. Right? Why should they be protected with all the fucking evil that they've done? You can't even look at a fucking... Can you go a day without looking at something from Guilty Gear Strive without somebody getting canceled for doing something fucking degenerate? And you want to fucking protect them? They're already held on a pedestal for doing nothing. They're fucking... It's just a fucking like this weird Peter Pan syndrome. Right? Fucking Peter Pan syndrome where they never have to grow up. They always get a gold star for doing nothing. They just get a gold star for existing. It's terrible. You don't need to protect these people. They already have too much power and they don't deserve it. Right? Your accomplishments in a video game should be your actual skill, not your gender. It's ridiculous. And especially, I don't understand, I can't believe how real transgender people that actually have really had to go through transgender surgery and stuff like this, don't absolutely call out all these fucking people who constantly change their gender all the time. I would think I would be insulted. I know for sure I'm insulted when I see other people fake their health issues, right? Just like when I was calling out the Sepher person, I knew the Sepher person was not sick. And then, oh no, he's not calling out me because I'm sick. He's calling me out because I'm LGBTQ, which of course we found out he had 7 different personalities, right? Called out that fucking, what was that Charmander person. Said, oh, I have a health issue, I'm going to die, blah, blah. No, you don't. I know you're fucking lying. They tried to say I was lying about my health, and guess what? Well, it came out they were lying about their health. And so, well, you know what they did? They changed their gender to a girl now. And they said they've always been a girl. It's been their split personality. Why doesn't the community talk about that? Why doesn't the community talk about all these LGBTQ people who have constantly scammed the community for money, you know? And again, and I saw this, and to add to this, just because I see people have been talking about this, I've seen Arturo. He's even commented on my channel a couple of times recently. And me and Arturo aren't friends. Of course, we've met a few times throughout the years. God, we probably met a handful of times throughout the years, you know, back in the day. And I understand that he is not popular in the community now. And it could be for potentially good reason. I don't know. Again, I don't follow his drama. But apparently he was supposed to build a computer for a guy. And he scammed the guy, from what I understand. Not defending him for that. He should get in trouble for that. But I do see that he gets hate for the LGBTQ and talking about how these people are overrunning the community. And I mean, that's true, right? And I saw other people in the community calling him out that they don't want to have anything to do with him because he's a known scammer. And now he even supports, you know, saying that the LGBTQ has too much power in the community. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. Look in the mirror, dude. These people virtue signaling to cancel him, which it could be, you know, I appreciate him commenting on the channel. But I mean, if he really scammed the person out of a computer, I mean, he's got to hold that, right? But, you know, I would assume, and again, I don't know because I'm not that deep into the community, everyone else's business. I'm sure Arturo has seen a lot of other fucking shady shit from other people too. Sure, a lot of people calling Arturo out are very shady too. I saw Flash Metroid calling Arturo out. Flash Metroid made me beat him 3 times in a single tournament before he admitted that he lost. And he kept making up that his controller was broken. Flash Metroid was a part of Marnito when they were scamming these tournaments, making fake brackets. I don't understand. Like, these people shouldn't be allowed in the tournament. If you're going to cancel Arturo, which again, if he scammed the person out of the computer, that's terrible, and he should get in trouble for that. But the people that I see calling him out, I know firsthand aren't good people either. And I'm sure Arturo, I would assume, knows a lot of stories too, right? So that's what I just, in case someone asks about that, because I think maybe that's how I saw this. I'm not sure. I forget. But anyway, seriously, the reason there's so much hate in the community is because it's so diverse, right? It's not because it's not diverse enough. It's because a fucking bunch of nerds got mad that they realized that just being a nerd, just identifying as a nerd does not mean you're good at video games. And so they got fucking mad. Okay? Stop giving these people power who have constantly scammed the community and even talk about killing people. Look at everything they've done to me, but oh, we don't want to talk about that. Okay. Anyway. If you like the videos, like, subscribe, comment, share. Support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. The end.